Hey gang, it's time for Mando for Duffers. I love all you Duffers out there. Everybody loves Duffers. Wouldn't you be a Duffer? Wouldn't you like to be a Duffer too? I would. This here's Mando for Duffers. Okay, how y'all doing today? It's a beautiful Wednesday morning here in the neighborhood, as Mike Plumley said. We're going to play our mandolins. Hope you've tuned yours up. I never tuned mine. It was tuned at the factory. So let's get started here. We're still playing in the key of G, right? This is lesson number 3. We're just getting off the ground. Think how good you'll be when we're up to lesson 500. I mean, that's gonna blow your socks off. Blow your socks off. Knock your socks off. Okay, so first I want to remind you about the zines. I have these tiny magazines I've created. One is called Finger Patterns for the Fiddle and Mandolin, and you can get this at the Facebook page of what's it called? Fans of Pat and Possum's Big Fiddle Show on Facebook, or if you're a subscriber to my Patreon channel, they're attached to these posts about these lessons. And also, reminder, I have a second one. Basic Mando chords in G. And it's the 3 chords we've been playing. Okay, so we're going to start adding more chords. But for right now, we're playing 2 tunes, right? We're playing the old Comin Round the Mountain, right? I didn't put up the chord progression for Comin Round the Mountain. I feel I've let you down. I didn't put the chord progression up. Let's play through it, because we're doing 2 things with the mandolin. We're learning to play melodies, and we're learning to accompany. So remember our 3 chords we worked on last time? It's the G chord. Wait a second. I didn't like the sound of that. Well, it's not that bad. Okay, so here we go. So it's G chord. Remember, it's these 2 fingers here. This guy. It's in my little book. If you had my little book, it's this chord. It looks like this. See that? Oh, you can see that pretty good, actually. It's that one. So let's play that chord together. So 2 open strings at the bottom here, the bottom meaning the lower strings. So the G and D are open. First finger on the A, second finger on the at the 2nd fret, and third finger on the E at the 3rd fret. Everybody's got that? Okay. Now we're going to take that exact same form and we're going to move it down a string, down being lower, right? So now I'm playing open G. I've got my first finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. I've got my second finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and the E is open. That's C, right? And lastly, the D chord, the old D chord. So first finger on the 2nd fret of the G note, G string, and on the E string, the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and the middle 2, the inside 2 open. That's G. She'll be. I'm with voice this morning. Here we go. Everybody, sing along. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. That's the G. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. That's the D. She'll be back to G, coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round. Back to G, the mountain when she comes. So you don't stay on that D long. So like I said last time, you got to practice moving between these so it becomes, I call it the lizard brain. It's the lower portion. The medulla oblongata, I believe, is in Latin, is the lizard brain. It's where all the autonomic responses are controlled, and you want this to be an autonomic response. Man, that's a big word. How many people watching today? Let's see, how many people are watching today? 6, man, all right. You guys are tearing up. Hey, I did mention, hit me with a like there. Hit that thumbs up button if you can. If not, come back later and do it. And also, if you're not currently a subscriber to my YouTube channel, go down in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. There's a little possum. Touch that, click it with your mouse, subscribe to my YouTube channel, why don't you? Okay, so now let us proceed. I'm going to play the tune, and you're going to accompany me. So I'm going to start right out there. So the first chord's G, right? And then, here we go, G chord. And just strum like this. D chord. Here. Back to G. Down to C. Back to G. And then A. D, sorry, then D. Sorry. Man, it's hard to do. It's like, I don't know, it's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. Okay, so let's do that again, and I won't shout out the chords. You know where they go, right? One more time. Keep strumming. Good job, folks. Good job. Very good. All right. Oh, I got me 2 likes already. That's good. Okay, so now let us proceed. Let's play the tune together now. One time. Just we don't want to waste too much time. Waste is not the right word. We don't want to invest too much time in this because you can look at the previous 3. Is this the 3rd lesson? It is. There are 2 videos, right? So here we go. So it's going to be like this. Let me check my timing here. Okay. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. All right. So we're gonna play it together like that. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Okay, how'd you do? Give me a little feedback. And you know how you can give me feedback, by the way, besides, it's hard to chat during the show, I know, so let us make sure you know how to get hold of us. I've got my email address, bigfiddleshow@gmail.com. You can email me there. Get on our mailing list, all that good stuff. You can also text me now at the hotline, 847-920-7587. Let's put up that music. So remember I gave you these tabs. I hope you don't think I'm going too slow or repeating too much, but I want to make sure we get the fundamentals. So this is my little tabs here. Now these are the strings, the G string on the lower and on up to the E on these 2 groups of 4. So that's basically the fingers I use to play the tunes, and a 0 is an open string, of course. All right, so let's go on from there, folks. I think you've got that tune. We've spent enough time on that tune. Now we're going to play that Sugar in the Coffee. I'm going to play through it once again. We did it last time. I'm going to play through it once here. Okay, let me put that up on the screen. I've got the same kind of tablature for that. We're going to do mandolin tablature, by the way, starting next week. So don't miss that. I'm going to start to introduce you to mandolin tab and notation, little by little, draw you into reading that stuff. But so this is that Sugar in the Coffee. So you can make your screenshot. A very wise man. Let's call him Wichita Slim. he said, I just make a screenshot and save it. So now's your chance, or you can come back later when the video's done and make a screenshot of that. So here we go. Let's mess with that tune a little bit more. I think I kind of taught it to you slow last time, but let's run over it one more time. And you know what I'm going to take advantage of now is what I call finger view. Oh, all right. So let me just, almost lost my pick. All right. So, and also you have the pipes on the ceiling of my basement too view as well. So let me just get in here. Now I'm going to play it massively slow. I mean massively slow. Okay, you ready? Okay, so now let us proceed on from there. You did good, you did good. Let's play it together some, shall we? So I'm just going to play it slow. I'm going to play it over like 3 or 4 times. And then I want to go back and we're going to do scales and arpeggios again too. These are all things that I'm kind of trying to prompt your daily practice, you know, so you get better. So where's it start? It starts on this B on the A string and goes to the open E. Here we go. Again. Good. Now, you know, you can come back with the video from within YouTube. You know, you can slow things down. So if that's too slow for you, and if it's too slow for you, speed it up. But if it's too fast for you, cut it down in half. You know, and play it and also look at the finger view thing too. So now let's see what time we got here. I'm just checking my time. We're only doing a half hour each time. Hey, you know, we're a little past 10 minutes. I want to tell you about something else that's going on, and that is if you are watching these in future, starting with lesson number 5, in fact, so that's 2 lessons from now, you can still take full advantage of the free streamed lesson. No problemo. But after that, once I get about 10 minutes in on the archived version, you'll see a notification to subscribe to my Patreon channel. In archive, the full lesson will only be available to patrons of my Patreon channel. But you can still come if you're on time on every Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock. You can still watch the whole lesson. No big deal. Just like you were taking a lesson from somebody. But if you find the Patreon channel is a very good deal. It's 92 cents a week. Mike Miller, he worked it out once how much it was per minute. It was imperceptible from how much it was per minute. But it's $4 a month. So the other thing is, if you feel like you don't want to be a subscriber and every once in a while you want to throw me a bone, I love getting thrown bones. You can go to this place, co-fi.com/Big Fiddle Show, and you can buy me a cup of coffee. So do that if you want to. Don't care either way, but just I appreciate the patrons. Helps defray the cost of my high-speed internet connection and the massive amounts of data I'm using running this television station from in my basement. So let's go now to the next thing we're going to do. And the next thing we're going to do is play the chords to Sugar in the Coffee. Right now it's in the key of G, so we're going to start on a G. Probably we're going to use G, C, and D, I'm going to guess, you know. But that's G. We're using the Missouri rules. If you're not familiar with that, we're playing the Missouri pattern, the old-time accompaniment pattern is what we're using. So let us go over what that is, what that entails. So, you know, that's an 8-bar tune. So in the first, like, 3 bars, we're playing a G. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And the 4th bar, we're going to play a D. And then we're going to go back. On the 5th bar, we're going back, because now it's kind of cycling back around, as fiddle tunes do. We're going to play in the 1st bar a G, and then the 2nd bar a C, and then finally a D, and then an end with a G. Okay, so. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to play the tune slow, and I'll say the chords as they go by to the best of my ability. Remember, if you don't have the zine, you need the zine. Okay, you need the zine. You got to get that. Those 3 chords are in the zine. Okay, ready, play. G. Ha! What happened? What happened? All right. Go. G. Now, you may have noticed something about my accompaniment I'm doing on the mandolin. I'm accenting the offbeat. I'm hitting a little bit light note to, because there's not anybody else playing. So I'm hitting a light note on the on beat. That's typically what the mandolin does, is, you know, play. Now, you know, I see some people going jingy, 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 jingy like it's a ukulele, but it's not a ukulele, it's a mandolin. So let's do it the way the mandolin players do. And generally not too much back up picking either. I did a little jingy, jingy, jingy there. I got a little crazy, but generally speaking, it's down, 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 down. Because then again, it starts to be Michael rowed the boat ashore, you know, that kind of thing. Kingston Trio type stuff, and that's not what we're after. This is old time music, you know. Okay, so it is folk music, however, but let us see where we're at now. Okay, let's talk about tremolo, because, you know, the next tune I'm going to start teaching, might get into it a little bit today, but is a waltz, Westphalia waltz. And you know, if you've watched the fiddlers, you know, they've got that silly bow and they just pull, oh, they get this nice long note. As long as they want, they can turn back and go the other way, and still this note comes out. And we've got this. Well, we got to have a device for keeping up with those fiddlers, and it's called tremolo. And so tremolo is basically just on a single note. Okay, so what we're going to do is it's back and forth with the pick very quickly in one place, okay? So everybody find this G note on the D string. It's the 5th fret and my 3rd finger, okay? Okay, so let's just play, I'm going to tap my foot and we'll do 2 clicks. Or let's just do 1 at first. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up. Have you got that going? Keep it going. Now go 1 and 2 and. See what I'm getting at? You got to build slow. It's helpful for that. I'll create an exercise for you actually, but I want to just introduce it. But it's helpful to have one of these puppies, little metronome of some kind. There's metronomes for your phone. You don't have to buy a metronome, you know, but it's useful to have the click. Like we were going really slow. Let's start it at about 60 here. Can you hear that okay? Yeah, I see it's coming through. Boom. So let's just, same note, that G on the D string, hit, but now we're gonna down, up, 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 down, up. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. It's really hard to play with a metronome because humans aren't metronomes. But so let's do that again. Now just play that one note. 1 and 2 and. So anytime you get messed up, just start back going 1, 1. I'm just got it. That's at about 60 beats a minute. If you need it slower, you can have it slower than that. Whatever you need to get going. Let's try it at about 40 beats a minute. That's slow. That's as low as it goes. Almost can't perceive the speed of it. I think 60 was about right. Let's try that again. You're waiting so long, you almost think it's not working. So again, down, 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 up, down, up. Now when I switch to down, up, down, up, down, up, every time you hear the metronome, you should be going down. So it's down, up, 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 1 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now we're going to use a different way to say it. We're going to go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and like that. So it's going to be okay. So what I want you to do is just practice that until you can consistently play 4 knocks, okay? And then I'll move you up to where you can play 8 or do triplets, you know, 3 notes across patterns of 3, and then you're playing tremolo. So what tremolo is for is, you know, let me play a little bit of Westphalia Waltz. Here we go. Isn't that nicer than just going, which is okay. And you don't have to do tremolo all the time. It's an effect. You can play just to let the note resonate, ringinate. Okay, so that's tremolo. So that's something else to practice. Giving you a lot of things to practice. So now let's play a little bit of scale work. We haven't done any scale or arpeggio work yet today, and I think we're getting pretty near to the end of our lesson here. Oh yeah, we got 5 minutes left. Okay, so hey, let me give you a quick rundown though on what's coming up. What's coming up, man? Because there's a lot of things happening. You know, mandolin, fiddle, and guitar for Duffers is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Big Fiddle Show media empire. So if we look at yesterday was Fiddle for Duffers, 11 a.m. Today, 11 a.m. on this channel, Mando for Duffers. Tonight, at 8 o'clock p.m., is the Camp Possum Wednesday session. We play tunes at a relatively moderate tempo. If you'd like to come, just join in. Just come to the channel and find it there. Okay? And then tomorrow at 11 is Guitar Backup for Duffers. We're trying to help those Duffers out. Friday night is the Big Fiddle Show Friday Tiki Party. It's episode number 68. You can see all the others are all archived on my YouTube channel. Just look at them as much as you want. Okay? And finally, Saturday morning is Camp Possum, the official Camp Possum at 11 a.m. Saturday morning. I'm going to teach the tune Zach Wheat's Piece, which is an old Missouri hoedown, and then we will have a jam session. So that's what's coming up, folks. It's an exciting, fun-filled weekend locked in your house. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's play our G scale. Okay, here we go. So remember, and we still want to say the names of the notes, so we remember the names of the notes. Since we're already to the third lesson, I'm gonna only do 2 counts per note. Okay, so it's. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the G, open G, and I'm gonna say the notes: G, A, B, C, open D, E, F sharp, G, open A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Keep going. A, 4th finger, B, back down, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, open A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Now, the arpeggio. Remember the arpeggio? All the G's, B's, and D's between here and here. Okay, here we go. D, G, B, D, G, B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G. So you want to get to, remember what I said before, you want to get to where you can go. And then. Again, these should be lizard brain things, because if they are, when you get ready to learn a tune and that any passage of that scale is there, you'll just go boom. Any bit of the arpeggio that's there, you just go boom, because it's like plowed ground. You know, it's easier to plow in ground that's already been plowed than to, you know, cut up the sod, as they used to say back in the olden days in Kansas and Nebraska when they're busting the sod up to make their plantings. So anyway, I want to remind you, check out my Patreon page, and that's at patreon.com/Charlie Walden. And you know, if you feel a notion, if that's not your cup of coffee, buy me a cup of coffee over at ko-fi.com/Big Fiddle Show. But if you're already a patron on my Patreon page, sit on your hands. Don't buy me a cup of coffee, okay? Folks, that's about it for today. I'll see you next week. mandolin for Duffers. Be sure to come to the big jam session tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time right here on this very YouTube channel. And that's it for today. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Have a good one.